Hi, my name's Karen Howarth. I'm a trauma therapist and I work with many clients. I've worked with many clients for many years, teaching people a way out from their own stress and their own trauma. And today I'm just going to go through a very short video just to share with you some of the techniques that I've shared with many of my clients that have been successful. They're really easy, really safe, really simple ways that you can deal with things like anxiety or stress. So the first technique I want to show you, and I just want to tell you a bit about the background of this technique, that what happens is that our mind is programmed to keep our body safe at all times. And quite often we can go into, you've probably heard this before many times, about going into a flight or a flight or a fight mode when we come across a situation where we feel challenged, and our mind interprets that we're in danger, there's something out there, and our body has a set of reactions to that underneath those reactions and emotions are beliefs that we believe about ourselves. Usually the event or the person or the trigger reminds us of something that has happened in the past, and it brings us to where our mind tells our body we're in danger and we need to follow out whatever patterns of behavior that you have learned to deal with that situation. And what I want you to really understand is that it's normal and natural to have these responses. You know that everybody has responses in different ways. Everybody has different mechanisms to deal with what their mind is saying your body's in danger. So this first technique I'm going to show you is a very simple technique you can use, and all it does, it helps soothe the body. It reinforces to the body that you are actually safe, and it has a lovely calming effect. So if you'd just like to join me now in this technique, I want to invite you. It's very simple. You literally put your kind of your hand underneath one arm and your other one underneath another, and your thumbs are at the side. Just close your eyes, and it's where you're actually putting pressure. It's like a slight pressure on your body. And you just hold that position for a minute or two. And you might like to just say to yourself, I am safe. I am safe, I feel safe. Or whatever comes to mind, it might be something else. It doesn't really matter. This is about you and your process, and you will start to feel a calming sensation come over yourself and your body. And you just might want to just tune into your breath and your breathing rhythm. Just feel yourself starting to breathe more easily and calmly and effortlessly. This is something you can do at any time, anywhere, any place. You can hold this for as long as you feel comfortable. You can just enjoy the peace. the calm, and the tranquility. And just for another 30 seconds or a minute now. And gently, calmly, easily, effortlessly, we're starting to come back to full awareness now. And just checking in with yourself how you feel now after doing that short exercise. We've been in that position for only 2 minutes. And just thinking, is this something that will help me, with my anxieties, that I can do anywhere, anytime, any place. So some other techniques that I want to share with you. I'm also going to share with you some EFT, which is called Emotional Freedom Technique. It is a tapping technique. And what that does is that you need to remember, again, it is focused on your body, that we have a set of, we've got a circulatory system, a nervous system, our immune systems that all run and connect throughout our body. And our body has an amazing intelligence all of its own. And the tapping points that I'm going to go through and show you in a minute, what they do. In fact, I will tap and talk, and you can just see where the points are as I'm just talking. Is that the tapping is that you're tapping on specific points in your body, and what these points do, they help with emotions that you may be feeling, and that connect with the really kind of small chrysalis that might be in your system. And just by tapping, it helps dissolve some of these crystals. And that when you're actually tapping, that's the feeling that you get, is like an actual dissolve. And what you need to remember with the EFT, I'm just going to continue tapping and talking, and then I'm going to go through the points with you that you can tap with me, is that EFT only works with emotions, like an emotional tone. And then you need to be your own emotions. I'm just going to put my glasses on while I just explain this, that we can only ever resolve or change anything that is actually in our own body and actually is ours and belongs to us. We can never change other people around us. And what happens is that, in relationships or an event or a trauma, what can happen is that can trigger an emotion inside of us. And sometimes it can be confusing. Sometimes we might think that that other person is causing that emotion in us. But what you need to remember is that emotion is actually your emotion. It's in your body, and that emotion belongs to you. And what has actually happened is that a person, event, or even a place has triggered these feelings that are inside of you. And remember what I said in the last exercise we did, is that our mind at all costs wants us to be safe. And so our mind comes up with these beliefs to keep us safe, and that are usually triggered by these emotions, so that we take actions, and those actions keep, according to our mind, our body safe. And quite often, so the EFT tapping helps with the specific emotions, and emotions are your own reactions to what's happening on the outside. So first you need to actually, tune in and recognize what your emotions are to the response to whatever it is that's triggering you. So you can start with that, just, for a minute, just to tune in and just to check in and feel the emotion. And then once you've got the right emotion, you can start the tapping sequence, where you can start with your inner eyebrows 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The outer eyebrows. 1, 2. That's it. You're doing really well. And underneath your eye. Side of your eye. Underneath your nose. Underneath your chin. Collarbone. Side of your hand. I'm going to repeat that 2 more times. Inner eyebrow, outer eyebrow. Just thinking about the emotion that is yours, that you started with, and you actually might start to feel yourself calm down, your emotion calm. I did this with a client the other day, and she said, "Oh, did I feel neutral?" I said, "Yeah, that's the outcome." And I forgot to say that was the outcome, that kind of neutralizing of the emotion, that whatever that emotion is that you started with. And one more time. Inner eyebrow, outer eyebrow, underneath the eye, side of the eye, underneath the nose, underneath the chin, collarbone, side of the hand. I think we've got one more around him. Kind of focused on my own emotion and teaching what I'm doing, and I've lost track. So I'll do one more round just to good measure. Kind of forgot where we are. So you can take as many rounds as you need for that particular emotion, and you might find that you've cleared one emotion and then another emotion comes to the surface. So you just repeat the same thing with the next emotion that's there. And this is something that you can do again, anytime, any place. And it's just remembering that key thing that you can only tap on emotion, and you can only tap on your own emotion. So the next exercise I'm going to teach you is some breathing. There is a lot of apps out there that help with with stress and with breathing, that you can access. There are different types of breathing. There's one breath that a lot of mental health charities or a lot of apps to do with stress teach, which is the square breathing, where you kind of breathe in and you breathe out, and you breathe in and you breathe out, and you breathe in again, and you repeat that 8 times. I'm going to actually teach you a relaxation breath that is called the conscious connected breathing. Years and years ago, I did a rebirth training in Australia. It was probably over 20 years ago now, and the rebirth training is based on conscious connected breathing. And the reason why I'm teaching this in this video that I'm going to go through and teach you shortly is that I myself had COVID symptoms in March, and at the beginning, one of my main symptoms, for the first time in my life, I had acute anxiety and stress. And I was led in bed one night, and I was kind of talking to myself. Like sometimes I talk to myself in a kind of way, like, come on, Karen, you've been a therapist for over 20 years. You've done 3 different therapy trainings. Surely there is some tool that you can use to help with these anxiety attacks that you're having. And what came to me straight away was the conscious connected breath. And I did a round of the breathing and recorded a relaxation. And since then, I've not had an anxiety or panic attack since. So this is why I'm teaching this method of breath. And also the other methods I've mentioned, you can download those from other sources. So it's just having the variety. So I'm going to teach this this breath now. So all a conscious connected breath is if you just become aware of your breathing just for a minute, you'll realize that you breathe in, you stop, and you breathe out, you stop, and you breathe in. And that's our natural breathing rhythm. A conscious connected breath is where you take away the gap. So you bring your focus and awareness. I'm going to demonstrate this, and then I'm going to talk you through it, and we'll do it together. So you might just want to watch. That you take your mind to your breath, and you breathe in and in and in and in and in. And then there's that the turn of the breath, and on the turn you breathe out and out and out and out and out. And again there's a turn, and you breathe in and in and in and in. And that is it. That's the conscious connected breath. And it does several things. By consciously connecting your breath, it accesses your subconscious mind, so it takes you away. Your conscious mind is your mind that has the busy thought, so it instantly takes you kind of into a different place than that. It affects your your body systems, you know, the way that your breath and your circulatory system, your nervous system, your lymphatic system. And what it actually does, it calms down these body systems. And it's actually your body systems that is the response to anxiety and stress. So it is this breath that calms this down. And as I said, this conscious connected breath isn't the only tool to do this. There are many other breathing techniques. And it is able to access, what I said, your subconscious or your unconscious mind that help calm everything down. So I just invite you now to join me with this short relaxation that I'm going to take you through, that is going to be no longer than 5 minutes. So simply getting yourself comfortable, sitting up with your spine as straight as possible. Bringing your focus and awareness to your breath and your natural breathing rhythm. That you've nowhere else to go and there's nothing else to do but simply focus on your breath. And all you need to do is take that in breath and breathe in and in and in and in. And then as the breath turns, you breathe out and out and out and out. And then the breath turns and you breathe in and in and in and in. And people ask me about, it's always better to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So we'll do 5 together. Breathing in through the nose, breathing in and in and in and in. Turning the breath, breathing out through the mouth, out and out and out and out. And then turning the breath, breathing in and in and in. And please go to your natural breathing rhythm. Then turning the breath and breathing out and out and out, and turning the breath and breathing in and in and in. So your breath has a connection like a circuit, and I'm going to leave you to find your own rhythm and your own pace. And all you need to remember, breathing in through my nose, and as I breathe out, I'm turning the breath, breathing out through my mouth and breathing out, and turning my breath and breathing in through my nose. Just make sure you do 5 really good, clear circuits. That's it, you're doing really, really well. And I just want you to allow you to drop deeper, go deeper, sink deeper. Allow yourself to drop into a deeper sense of relaxation. And just for 5 more breaths with the connected breathing. As you drop deeper, go deeper, sink deeper. And I want you to imagine that you can forget all about your breathing and just allow your mind to relax. Allow your face muscles to relax and your jaw to relax. And feeling this relaxation coming down your neck and down your shoulders. And just letting anything that you're worrying about just drift away. As you drop deeper, go deeper, sink deeper. Allowing that relaxation down your arms and your hands and your fingers. Allowing that relaxation to go down your rib cage and your hips. As you drop deeper, go deeper, sink deeper. And imagining hearing my voice, or just wondering and feeling your spine becoming straighter and stronger, and you feel more supported. You can stand more upright. And then allowing the relaxation to go down your thighs, your knees, your shins, and just allowing any tension to run out through the soles of your feet. Do you feel just totally relaxed now? As you gently, calmly, easily, effortlessly come back to full awareness now. Just coming back to the room that you were sat in. That's it, you're doing really, really well. And in your own time, just opening your eyes and coming back to full awareness. Okay, well done. So, if you want to leave any comments on this video on YouTube, if you want to ask me any questions, then really please do. Like this video, share this video. I hope that it has helped in any way. And remember, in summation, what we've done is 3 really simple techniques. We've done 1 technique in holding the body to help you feel safe. We've done some very simple EFT. I've talked about things about your own emotions, how you can only change things in your own body, not things from outside of yourself, and how your mind likes to keep your body safe. And I've just taught you this breathing, which is called conscious connected breathing. So thank you for listening. I look forward to receiving any questions, and have